Hello, it's Yvonne from Quilting Jet Girl, and today I have several things that I want to talk to you about. The first thing that I want to share about is my upcoming quilt along, the Star Pulse Quilt Along. And you can see the design of Star Pulse behind me on my design wall. This quilt along is going to officially kick off on December 1st, and it will run through the end of June of next year. So it is a very nicely paced quilt along with low pressure, which is meant to acknowledge that things in life happen. Give us time to catch up and stay synced up together as we are sewing along for the quilt. So you can see the design, Star Pulse. There are two sizes that are offered during the quilt along. This is the larger of the two sizes, the throw, which finishes at 60 inches wide by 72 inches long. There's also a lap size, which is 60 inches square, so the bottom portion of this quilt is not included in that smaller lap size quilt. And during the piecing process, there are some bonus half square triangles that are created. So at the end of the quilt along, I'll also be sharing the pattern to make this bonus quilt for both of the quilt sizes as well. In addition to the two sizes that are offered in the quilt along, there are two colorways. This is the single background colorway, and during the quilt along, I'll be sewing the other colorway, which is a multicolor background. So I am really looking forward to sewing along with you, and I hope you consider signing up and joining us. When you do sign up to join and be a participant of the quilt along, I add you to a special newsletter list. That newsletter list is only for content about the quilt along. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have signed up for my newsletter list, even if you are already a newsletter subscriber. But if you don't want to be signed up for my newsletter list, never fear. When you sign up, it's only for the quilt along. And I want to talk a little bit about the way I structure and run my quilt alongs. So I run my quilt alongs more like a mystery quilt along style. So there's no mystery, you know exactly what you're going to make. You can see the example that I've sewn up here. But I only release portions of the pattern at a time. So for example, on December 1st, I'll be releasing the first portion of the pattern, which are the fabric requirements. So you can look at the two different size options, the two different colorway options, and the yardage requirements, and you can decide what's right for you. There are going to be some quilt kits that are offered during that point of time. I can also tell you all about the fabrics that I've used in my sample quilt and that I'll be making in my second quilt, and you can decide if you want to use any of those in your version. Give you lots of time to think about getting your fabrics pulled together. So you'll have the entire month of December to think about that. And then on January 1st, the first piecing instructions will be sent out. On February 1st, the next set of piecing instructions, and so on and so forth. For more information, you can check out the link below in the description, and to sign up, there's another link for you. Now, it's that time of year. We're getting right around Black Friday, so this video is coming out a few days before Black Friday in the United States, and I have collaborated with some wonderful designers in the industry, some of the top designers, and what we are offering this holiday season is an incredible bundle deal. We've pulled together 10 quilt patterns and we're offering them for $19.99. We're calling it the Bountiful Bundle, and if you are interested in that, you can check out that in the link down below as well. And then to round things out, I have recently discovered some really cool new tools and notions, and I really love supporting small businesses. And these are tools and notions that I think could revolutionize the way that you work, and I want you to know about them. So I'm going to change the point of view and perspective, and let's go take a look at those tools and notions. The first new tool that I want to mention are these really awesome new templates from Jen Carlton Bailly. These are for making tiny hand-sewn curves. She started out with the curvelet, which is a 1.5 unfinished or 1 inch finished quarter circle. And the awesome thing about these templates is that she also includes this square up template, so you can see what the curve should look like after you've hand pieced it together. And each of her templates comes with a booklet with some instructions and information about how to use them. But recently, she has introduced these two new smaller templates that she's calling the squarelet and the ovalet. And so this is a squared off curve template, so it's not a perfect quarter circle, and it creates some really fun new options. And the great thing is that I'm going to cover up the QR code, but she has video tutorials now linked up in her booklets as well, so fabulous resource. And the ovalet is an oval shape, so it's elongated. It finishes at 1 inch by 1.5 inches. And the same thing here is that she provides a QR code so that you can get video tutorials on that. So I think these are really fun. I'm looking forward to playing with those. But when you are doing hand sewing and you're doing small things like this, Jen recommends using glue basting. And we all know that these glue sticks are readily available and easy to use, but they are massive, right? They're very large, they're very messy, they're not precision based at all. And there's a new company that is making these tips that fit onto 6 gram or 7 gram glue sticks, and then it creates a much finer point for that precision application if you want to glue baste those tiny curves together. So I'll have a link to Jen Carlton Bailly's templates and a link to this glue tip down below. And both of those are small businesses, small business owners that I feel really passionate about supporting. And then the last tool I think might really revolutionize the way we think about seam ripping. So it all happens to everyone. We make a mistake and we need to rip a seam. And sometimes it's just really hard to see the stitch lines. So if we have matching thread, this is white thread on white piecing or blue thread on blue piecing, it can be really hard. And as we get older, our near vision gets a little bit harder. We're looking for our bifocals. This seam ripper has this little switch on the side, and when we turn it on, it's lighted, and it helps light up what we're doing. So this is especially handy, I think, at nighttime. Right now it's a beautiful day and my studio has really good lighting, but I have used this, and let me tell you, at night it really makes it a lot easier to see those stitches to help rip those seams. White on white I don't find as hard for my eyes currently, but the darker, I find that this lighted solution and lighting up those seams to help you identify what you need to remove is really awesome. So I'll have links to these in the description below as well. If you have come across a new tool or something that you really enjoy, share it with us in the comments. We'd all love to know about these new things to help us make our sewing and quilting easier.